So let's just take a look at what the problem is that's staring us right in the face, which is the rise of these giant corporations like Amazon, for example. The biggest corporations in the history of America, the biggest corporations in the history of the world, the richest corporations in the history of the world. They're making money like we've never seen before, but they don't want to pay their workers. A lot of times they don't even want to have workers. They don't want to have American workers. Look at Amazon. Here's their net sales and net income. In 2024, Amazon's net sales topped $600 billion, $637 billion to be exact. Their net income doubled from 2023 to 2024. Doubled. Their CEO is...
Did y'all hear that? Their net income doubled from 2023 to 2024. We're not talking about from 2020 to 2025. We're talking about over 1 year. Over 1 year, this thing doubled, y'all. Y'all need to listen to these conversations. Y'all need to be in these rooms. And this is the reason why I want to bring this type of information to y'all. So let's keep watching.
Is getting paid, let me make sure I get this right. In 2024, Amazon's president earned $40.1 million in total compensation. 40.1. The previous year, he'd earned merely 29.2. I mean, that's an unbelievable, that's great work if you can get it. That's an unbelievable raise. Only problem is, according to their own financial disclosures, Amazon's average worker, average employee worldwide is making $37,181.
Y'all heard that? Yo, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. If you're here for the first time, I'm gonna keep playing this so y'all could, listen in to what's really going on out there and how these mega companies are profiting big and just over-laboring people. So if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for joining me here on my humble home, right here on YouTube. But this is crazy, y'all. The numbers are wild. Let's keep watching.
$37,181. So that's a C-suite to employee ratio of 1,078 to 1. And meanwhile, these guys are fighting you, Mr. O'Brien, every step of the way as you try to get some basic representation for their workers, for their drivers. Tell us about what you've been facing from this company.
Yeah, so Amazon, I'll get this right at one point. Amazon is probably the largest violator of the NLRA right now. And they have grown significantly, to your point. They focus on 150% turnover ratio in their workforce. They focus on distressed communities. And the number one violator of OSHA.
You know what that means? They focus on distressed communities. They go in places, they open their warehouses in places and hire people who are barely earning anything. Pretty much people who are in poverty, right? People who are in poverty are gonna work for less money than a different class of people who don't really need it. So they got to focus on the people who need it the most. Those people are going to show up to work day in, day out. Of course, they're going to be, a little bit of, a glitch here and there when it comes to people because they're going to call in sick, when it's Martin Luther King parade going on and so forth. But for the most part, they are focusing on the lesser, I would say, the people in communities that are achieving the less when it comes to income. All right, so that's what he means by that. Broke folks. So I'm just going to keep it a buck with y'all, all right? So let's keep watching.
They've got the most violations last time we checked. Now, we have a model that's a similar company that employs similar workforce at United Parcel Service, 340,000 Teamsters that are part-time and full-time. Those part-timers earn full-time benefits, health and welfare and pension. They earn wage increases guaranteed every year. They earn a livable wage. And most importantly, they have a path to a full-time career that on the average, the UPS full-time employee makes about $140,000 per year for doing the same business. And UPS is a very profitable business.
Boy, you talk about $1,000 and change. You talk about that versus 37,000. I'm just thinking back to your reference to rerum novarum, the dignity of the individual. I mean, how are you supposed to raise a family on $37,000? The difference between that and what you've been able to secure at UPS is incredible. Let me just ask you this. Amazon is also one of the biggest offenders when it comes to not negotiating with workers who decided to unionize. You mentioned Staten Island. I think they're still waiting for a first.
Yeah, Staten Island was organized in 2022 under the ALU. It took a certain amount of time to get certified. Once certified, the intent is to sit down and bargain a contract. We actually represent those workers now. In 3 years, we have not been able to get them to a table. It's been stall tactics, obviously challenging the constitutionality of the NLRA, but also filing charges at the NLRA, so the NLRB, so they are, contradicting themselves every turn of the way just to use union.
Pretty much they don't want to come to the table and negotiate and pay people more. That's just the bottom line. See, the thing is, I don't have a problem with, billionaires being billionaires because, shoot, any one of us would want to be a billionaire. All right, the issue lies where, it's where they really, how they take advantage of their workers, the people at the bottom. The people who are down there slaving, the people who are down there working overtime, and, just in these warehouses, these, I don't want to say sweat boxes and so forth, but these warehouses putting in hard labor, going out there from, being in there sun up to sundown, to get, trying to assure that, these packages are getting to the right locations, getting to families and so forth, especially during the holidays, where we know that the holidays, it's bad. You're going to work till your legs hurt. That's just the name of the game when it comes to the holiday season, because you're out there. And of course, for the drivers, you get all these stops throughout the day. I mean, you're out there from the morning hours and you're going home late at night. And these people are not getting paid properly. But the billionaires are out there racking up as much money as possible, trying to be the most wealthiest person in the world. Because at the end of the day, all of them want to be the wealthiest person. And because of that greed, you'll see where they take advantage of people. It's almost like the new cotton field era, where people are out there working from sunup to sundown and pretty much getting paid peanuts. This is not good, and this is where I have the issue where these Fortune 500 companies, they're going to use them, and then they're going to get rid of them, and they're going to bring in those robots to replace people. That's the bottom line. That's what's going to happen. If you're under a rock somewhere, you better get from up underneath that rock and come out here and really see what's going on. Hey, thank you for watching. If you're here for the first time, welcome to my humble home here on YouTube. My name is Sean in Town. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, y'all. That will help this video get out into the recommendations so more people like you can see this video and guess what? Get some value. All right, so see you in the next video. As usual, peace. God bless.